Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how I started doing embroidery. In 2001, I had brain surgery. And when I had brain surgery, I wasn't able to drive for a year. So my mother-in-law, on her days off, would take and come over, pick me up, and take me over to her senior living facility at the time, which was like a senior apartments, but it was really nice indoors, everything. And they would have like craft shows. All the older people would make things. Well, there was this lady there that she made these gorgeous quilts, embroidering them with. She did Disney characters, but she was doing these with a regular sewing machine and zigzag stitch. It wasn't a program, it wasn't one of the embroidery sewing machines, anything like that. She was just doing it with a regular sewing machine. I was so interested in it. I was learning to be creative again because, of course, where I had brain surgery was in the creative side. So I needed to practice all my sewing, everything. I had to learn all that again. Well, I thought, well, let's add a little embroidery in there. So I talked with her. She said she would teach me. So I learned how to do embroidery on a regular sewing machine on a zigzag stitch. She taught me how to draw out an image. You could get like a coloring book, have material that's kind of see-through, and copy the picture, through kind of drawing. Or you can use a projector, whatever you have. Or if you're just really good at drawing, you could draw it, do it. So she taught me all this. And so I took the material and she did up some, and she said, okay, let's practice doing a zigzag stitch. And well, that's how I learned it. I got hooked on it. I loved doing it. It was so much fun. And learning something new to me, I love learning new things. I like to, I like to challenge myself, because if I don't challenge myself, I don't feel like I'm here. I don't feel a purpose to me. And so I push myself to do things more. Sometimes it's hard for me to focus after brain surgery. It's been more difficult to be very creative. And to me, that's kind of sad, but it's the way it is. But when I do, I can make some really neat stuff. Now, I went from doing embroidery on a regular sewing machine, just a basic sewing machine. I bought it. It was at a thrift store, and then I took and progressed to machines. I got my first single needle embroidery machine in Oregon here, um, in 2003. And from there, sorry, I'm going to take a drink. I went up the line. I had a basic embroidery machine to start. And then, of course, over the years, they advanced more. They have more bigger hoops. I wanted to make bigger items. Now, I was just doing this for fun. I would make people gifts. A baby would be coming. I'd make a blanket with the baby's name, what the theme of the baby's room is. Excuse me. And I apologize, living in Oregon here. It might be raining, but our pollen is up. So, and I have winter allergies, which really at this point suck. But I took and wanted to do bigger images and embroidery. So I took and purchased a bigger machine and a higher end software to go with that machine. Now it allowed me to digitize, that's creating my own designs. It gave me the ability to download from sites and do what I wanted. Now, unfortunately, I spent a lot of money. Now I was working, I was earning a good pay. My husband was, was working, and it was a big deal, but it wasn't a big deal because it was a hobby I loved. But just found out that the software that I purchased for quite a bit of money, and I'm talking thousands, is going to be shut off at the end of the year. So that software is being discontinued, meaning if any of our computers that we just got new ones, thank God, go out, we can't get that software on there because it has to, you put the software in, it has to go out and verify the key, as they call it, code to run it, to make sure that we're not putting it on too many computers or bootlegging it or anything like that. So it is a high-tech one, but it's sad that a lot of people had purchased it and now they're out. If they don't have a situation where they could get a computer, or if their computer dies, we're out. We have no more software. Now, to me, that is not good at all, because not only do I do this for fun, I also do this as a business, my daughter and I. So that's not going to work for us. So we're going to be looking for a new software, digitizing software, not just ordinary, upload a design and send it to your computer. I need to be able to digitize, because I have people that come and say, hey, I have a picture of my tattoo. Can you turn that into an embroidery? We do. Schools will come and say, hey, can you do our logo? Yes, we can. I need to be able to do that. So I can't have the basics, which this really is disappointing, because everything's gone up in price, and really we don't need this right now. Not at all. But there's nothing I can do at this point. I have to look for a new software in case this one goes out. Now, this one's still working. We reloaded it onto a new computer, and that's a plus. Thank God we've done that, because we didn't know about it before. Well, we got an email, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after the fact. And it's like, oh, whoa. And that to me is alarming. So I'm going to be looking into that. My daughter also, she's going to help with that. We have some ideas of some that we're looking at to purchase. I'm hoping they're not an arm and a leg. So knock on wood, and I'm knocking on wood that it's not, but we'll see. But anyways, with that, as you can see, redid the craft room. It's making it a little bit easier for me to reach the threads, I had them up really high, and I couldn't get to them in the corner. So, excuse me. And so rearranging it around was real important. But except my cats have decided they haven't touched the thread or anything, but they've decided that they're going to knock them off all of a sudden. You know, be a thug kitty. This morning, my black cat, JJ, was deciding he was just going to throw them off the spools. So I had to end up picking that, getting after him, which was very annoying. But if you look here, you see right here, that is a large deal of felt that I use for backings. And here's Eeyore, the one kitty. As you can see, it's made a nice jump area for him. So I don't know if it's going to stay this way. I want to keep it this way because I like it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long I can hack this, or I'm going to have to put a cover over it. I'll do a video of one that I put a cover over the material because I don't use the thread that much, and I apologize, I said material. I used material to go over the thread, and it looks like a picture. So because I don't use those threads often in the other room, just occasionally, I didn't want the sun getting to them and bleaching them or making them weak. They do that after time, but we'll see how this goes. And you're sitting there watching. He's going to be in the video. So at this point, that's what's going on. Still working on items for the event, the craft show event that my daughter and I have gotten into. And we're trying to make things as fast as we can, but things aren't working. We have machines that decide they're not going to work anymore. My brother, that you've seen me do catnip toys on the single head one, decided it's not going to work correctly. So tomorrow, Thursday, it's going, the day that this video goes up, it's going in the shop. Also, one of our 6 needles downstairs, that's personally mine, is going into the shop too because it decided it's not going to work. But it was in the shop and they did not fix it correctly. They also broke the housing on it. So we'd seen that as it was embroidering and it was making a god awful sound. So that's going back in. So I can imagine it's going to take about 3 weeks for them to even get back to us, which will put us right up to the show. So my daughter and I are working night and day to get this done. And I apologize. I know it's affecting the YouTube, what I'm posting and stuff. But today I did make, and I didn't video how I made it and everything, but before this, I made a purse, and there's a video on it. It's embroidered. It's all done in the machine. Well, I did another one today, and it is for my daughter, and this is it. So the design is from String Theory, and the pattern that's done in the machine to make the purse is through Urban Threads. I took one of their designs, and because I have the software, I've removed the embroidery design out of the purse, so it would just give me the purse sewing outside and putting it together. So I did that today, but I wanted to do this for her because she's done so much for me, and I think she'll appreciate it. It's been rough on both of us and everything. We're both tired. I haven't been crabby, thank God. or anything, but getting there and everything. And so with that, I'm going to end this, and I'm going to post more embroidery and sewing as I make items for the craft show to show you all the different designs and how we do them. So if you like this video, please like, share it with people that are interested in embroidery and sewing. That would be great. You know, send me a comment if you want to see a certain embroidery, if I have it. I'm sure I do. And I could post in pictures of embroideries if you want to see them in any of the videos. But do like and subscribe if you could. I'm still working on that monetizing. I know it'll take a while, and not everybody's always interested in sewing and embroidery, but this is what I do and I enjoy. And if you have any questions about embroidery, any techniques, got a lot of those. We do have an embroidery, our business, YouTube. It is BCS Embroideries. You can check that out. We have quite a few subscribers in there. A lot of it's digitizing, but we're going to add some sewing and embroidery stuff in there so people can check that out also. But you have a wonderful day, and talk to you later. Bye.